Hi guys, hi everyone. Again, my name is Toby, and welcome to LalakingMahiwaga podcast from Chamber of Piporia, featuring the lounge station. I would like to, of course, to to say that thank you for those people who like support my, of course, podcast channel on Spotify. Thank you for those love that you know um give gave to me by listening daily on my podcast episodes. And for those people who just followed me on my new established YouTube account, um thank you for the support that I'm getting, and I love you guys. All right, as always, to all of my avid listeners. And this will be a brand new episode of Lalaki Mahiwaga Talks. And I would like to highlight also this episode, which is the topic that I will going to discuss is about our inner peace. All right, like how to protect your inner peace from negativity and also from toxic people. Before we start, um, I'll just gonna say that in our hectic world, it can be like it can be difficult, like to protect your inner peace from outside influences. Right? Modern life is in no way peaceful or calm. our our smartphones are like constantly with us to keep us updated on all the worrying things happening in the world. Like day after day we have to deal with other people, and not everyone is great company. Now, of course, in this topic we will going to break down, all right, all of the ideas, knowledge that you may learn, and some ways, of course, to protect your peace from negativity and also from toxic people. Now, what is the importance of our peace, or what does it mean to protect our inner peace? In layman's term, and also in my definition, it means to keep your inner harmony intact. Like no matter what other people are doing and what is happening in the world and your daily life, your peace of mind is the key to sound mental health and overall well-being. So, how to protect your inner peace from all the negativity and stress that arise from everyday challenges and other people? For this episode, um, I will going to give also um, provide you some ways how to protect your inner peace from negativity and toxic people. All right. Again, I'm gonna throw the fucking disclaimer of Lalaki Mahiwaga. This is not like an advice that you need to follow or you should follow. All right. This is just only a learning, a knowledge, a key points that you may actually get from me as a learning. All right. This is not an advice or like a law or rule that you need to follow or to oblige, but I'm just sharing some knowledge that what I have. All right. So I'll need to reiterate that one just to make sure. All right, that at the end of the day, still, ikaw pa rin yung masusunod. Alright? Still your discretion if you need to follow, if you need to use these ways. That's perfectly fine with me. Alright? That's fucking alright. Now, to start with, and is that being said, the first way, or what I can share, is be careful about what information you consume. We live in the era of information where we are constantly bombarded by all kinds of news and updates. And this chaotic ocean of information, it can be easy to stumble upon text, videos that not only are a total waste of time but also do harm. Like, that's why it's really important to be careful about what information you consume. Don't overload your brain with negative news and post. It's understandable that if you want to keep up with what's happening in the society, just don't overdo it, okay? Like, also, make sure that the information you consume comes from reliable sources. All right, there is so much disinformation and biased content all over the fucking internet, that is much easier to get affected than you think. Second, unplug more often. What do I mean by that? If you are serious about protecting your peace of mind, make sure to do digital detox regularly. All right, let me go ahead and reiterate and explain this to you. This is especially true if you have a lot of screen time at work. Like, a constant connection, technology, and social media is fucking overwhelming. That's fucking true. But it drains your energy without you even realizing it. Malalaman mo na lang, napagod ka na pala sa kaka-scroll mo, kakapanood mo ng kung ano-anong content, kakabasa mo ng anong article, which is not like reliable source. Where did you actually get that? Some of them are fake news, some of them is not true. So sometimes you need to unplug, to to the digital world when it comes to internet, on social medias, all right, and any platform. Now, so when you get home from work, don't replace one screen with another. Instead, choose some other pastime that doesn't involve technology. You may actually play a board game with your family, read a fucking book, alright? Or like take a walk in the park, alright? That can actually reduce some stress, work, thinking, working thoughts, something like that. Negative thoughts when it comes to your mind about what did you just actually saw on the internet. Avoid or at least reduce screen time before bed. Studies actually demonstrated the blue light emitted by screens can mess up your circadian rhythm and decrease the quality of your sleep. Kaya minsan akala mo like maaga pa, di pala umaga na pala. Like, kasi hindi mo namamalayan yung oras because you're actually being serious about what you saw, all right, online, because you're using your phone before you sleep. And then that's the time that you will going to think thoughts. What if there's a lot of negative thoughts that comes in your mind before you going to sleep? And if you wanted to know more about that specific episode that I actually uploaded, from my past episode, which is ibalik nyo ako sa panahong di ko kailangan mag-overthink bago matulog. That is like two-part episode of mine. You just actually look for those episodes on my Spotify on my Spotify content. All right. And also, that is like an ongoing book that I'm actually writing as of the moment. I'm still working on it. That may actually help you in the near future. But of course, going back, unplugging from technology can do wonders for your mental health, and it will certainly help you to protect and keep your peace. Third one, set boundaries and don't hesitate to say no. All right, this is like like a small explanation that I will going to say about this one, because other people often overstep our boundaries, like be it a coworker or a family member. There will always be someone who like middles in your life or ask you to do something you don't want. So when you succumb to others' wants while neglecting your own, it's a sure way to get your inner peace destroyed. Like, that's why you need to learn to set boundaries and recognize like the situation where it's absolutely necessary. It can also be difficult to stand up for yourself and say no when you are used to doing what other people want, but it's also vital for protecting your peace, because and this in this s- in this way you will going to limit like other people, or you need sometimes to don't hesitate to say no if you don't want it to do that specific thing. You just need to set boundaries. Number 4, be socially selective. um this is one of the a good way that I can actually explain about be socially selective. Being socially selective doesn't mean becoming reckless, all right? It's about being mindful of who you around yourself with. Like, when you make chaotic connections with different people all over the globe using social media platforms, using internet, all right, it's easy to find yourself in the wrong company. Like, some of your friends may only seek to take advantage of you, others may just not be the right ones for you. So, the problem is that hanging out with the wrong people is not going to bring any quality to your life. It only drains your energy and wastes your time. Now, and oftentimes, it also destroys your inner peace too. But some people are too negative and judgmental, so others actually love dramas and gossip. Therefore, to avoid wasting your life on someone else's toxicity, it's always better to be selective about your social connections. And it's not what you call selfishness or being arrogance. This is just how you protect your inner peace. Fifth, or number 5, practice mindfulness. This is one of important part about protecting your inner peace, because everyone can practice mindfulness. You don't have to sit still for hours or possess any special skills, because mindfulness is about being present. You can practice it while walking down the street or even washing dishes. All you have to do is focus on the surrounding environment and what you are doing at the moment. Instead of being immersed in your thoughts, shift attention to your physical senses. Take notice of what's happening around you, be it a bird singing or a water gently flowing to your fingers. This is how you tune into the moment and learn to be present here and now. Guys, mindfulness is a simple and effective way to keep your inner peace. Sixth, get in touch with nature. Like, Lalaki Mahiwaga, what do you mean by get in touch with nature? Okay, nature has a soothing effect on your physique, all right? And numerous studies confirms it, because observing it induces a feeling of peace and calm. Like, it's actually great if you can plan a short getaway somewhere in the countryside, mag out of town ka, go to some places that actually was like mountains, beach, something like that, because it actually says that you need to get in touch with nature. You need to appreciate what this world offers to us, all right, those beautiful things, so we need to get in touch with those. But even if you can't do, like a simple walk in the park, still brings you closer to the nature. All right, make sure to be present though. If you are like absorbed in your negative thoughts and worries, it's not going to work. Instead, leave the realm of your thoughts and turn your attention to the outside environment. You notice every detail you can actually see, hear, or smell, and enjoy the calming beauty of nature. Yung simpleng sarap ng hangin na nalalasap mo, alright? Sa umaga, like the morning breeze, or you can actually go ahead and wake up early just to see the the sunrise every morning. Right, those are engaging with the nature. You're getting in touch with the nature on a regular basis is one of the most fulfilling ways to protect your inner peace, and in this hectic world of today. 7, I want to reiterate this one to you guys, okay? Don't overshare. It's true that other people often destroy our peace. Indeed, it usually happens when we let the wrong ones into our lives. That's why the best strategy is to carefully weigh, all right, your words and be mindful of the things you share with others. Hindi sa lahat ng pagkakataon nakakalasap ka ng magagandang pangyayari sa buhay mo is you need to share that to, like, to people around you, surround you. Magpo-post ka sa social medias, blah blah blah, you wanted to share. It's not about your bragging. You're just actually showing off that you're actually happy about what you're doing. You're just sharing it. But overdoing it or oversharing it might actually cause problem about your inner peace. When you get too personal with someone who is not be trusted, it can have a negative consequences. Like, let's say this person can start to talk behind your back or meddle in your life. But as a result, you have to deal with their noisy behavior and unsolicited advices. Sometimes unsolicited advices can cause stress to other people. I want you to take that on your mind. You may also feel bad about yourself because you open up the wrong person. All this takes away your peace of mind. That's why before confiding your personal problems to someone, think twice whether you can trust them. Keeping a reasonable distance from others is the key to protecting your inner peace. Number 8, spend time alone and connect with yourself. Guys, this is one of the good thing, all right, for your inner peace, because whether you are an introvert or an extrovert or an ambivert, guys, spending some time in your own company is crucial to finding inner peace. Not only is it a great way to relax and put your thoughts in order, but it also helps you to connect with your true self. There is so much noise and distraction in this modern fucking world that it can be difficult to hear your inner voice. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and reiterate that again. There is so much noise and fucking distraction in this fucking modern world that it can be difficult to hear your inner voice. Your real needs and desire often get lost in other people's and society's expectations, but one day you may wake up and realize that you are living in a life you never wanted. If you want to avoid that and reconnect with yourself, make sure you spend time alone. After all, listening to yourself is one of the most important things you could learn. Number 9, know your triggers and avoid them. This is actually self-explanatory for this way, because we all have our own list of things and behaviors that get on our nerves and disturb our peace. For example, you may feel annoyed when someone talks too much or takes your effort for granted, or you may lose your temper when other people peep into your life or give you advice that you don't fucking need it, and you didn't actually ask for it. We all have our triggers. So, if you want to know how to protect your inner peace, do some self analysis and learn to recognize your triggers. As soon as a situation actually is starting to get on your nerves, withdraw. It's better than taking part in pointless arguments and tolerating annoying people in your circle. When you know and avoid your triggers, this will save you a lot of time and emotional resource. This, in turn, will lead you to a calmer and more peaceful state of mind. Next, learn to put yourself first and not feel guilty about that. In fact, just as you learn when it's better to withdraw to protect your peace, you also should recognize the situations where you need to put yourself first. Sometimes giving too much consideration to other people can leave you neglected your own needs. Of course, it's really natural to think of others and what they want, but you shouldn't forget about yourself either. Not taking care of your emotional needs is a one way road to losing your peace of mind. But you get sad and annoyed for no reason. That's fucking indeed. Now, you don't have the desire and energy to do anything. To avoid that, of course, learn to recognize the situations where you please others at an expense of your own mental well being. And don't feel guilty for saying no to people who only seek to exploit your kindness. Next, choose to stay away from tension and withdraw when necessary. I want you to have this quote, okay? I want you to listen and take this in your mind, all right? Because I really love this quote. Be selective when with your battles. Sometimes peace is better than being right. All right? It can be tempting to take part in an argument when you have a valid point to share. There's also comes a time when you should voice your needs and stand up for yourself in a relationship. But be mindful of pointless arguments. These are the worst. When you know in advance that the other person is too stubborn or narrow minded to even listen to your point of view, don't waste your time. Instead, choose to withdraw from things and people that get on your nerves. It's such better than wasting time or effort and proving who is right. Stay away from necessary confrontation and choose peace of mind over being right. Sometimes you don't need unnecessary people to stay in your life. Number 12, be mindful about this. Stay away from toxic people. There are some people whose presence alone has the power to take your peace away. Like, for example, like judgmental, overly critical, and negative individuals, emotional vampires, attention seekers, those who create drama and thrive on gossip, yung mga sad boy and mga sad girl dyan, like shout out sa inyo, putangin na nyo. Also, all kinds of toxic personalities, such as narcissist and um, what else? Yeah, being narcissist. Because the problem with such people is that when you deal with them, they pull you into their toxicity. They spoil your mood with their negativity and cut your wings with their critical remarks. Some people complain all the time and are so exhausting that just being around them drains your fucking energy. So, to protect your inner peace from toxic people, it's easy to there is like no only one way, of course, to stay away from them. If it's impossible, then at least cut your contact with them. 13. Make sure to keep a work life balance. An unhealthy work life balance is one of the most common reasons for chronic stress and a lack of inner peace. In our society, it's easy to fall into the trap of pursuing material goals and give less importance to your family and emotional well being. If you think that you are doing this for your family to give them everything they need, so so you just need to sit in the office for extra hours and take your work home. But the result is that in your pursuit to advance your career and make more money, you forget to live. Thus, one of the most crucial and yet overlooked ways to protect your inner peace is to keep a healthy work life balance. Make sure your work stays in the office. Allow yourself to relax and detach from work mentally and emotionally when you are with your family at home. Number 14, detox from social media. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and reiterate this kind of way. There is a long list of negative effects that social media has on our mental health. Using so much social media, alright, can make you compare yourself with others, and that's really fucked up, and feel like inadequate as a result. It also may prompt you to protect a false image of yourself in an attempt to look better in other people's eyes. No, there is also so much negativity and drama. Therefore, scrolling through your Facebook or Twitter feed all day long has the power to destroy your inner peace. If you want to prevent this from happening, detox from social media regularly. Also, make sure you don't fall into the trap of oversharing. It can be tempting to upload one selfie on another to get likes, but or write a post about your personal drama when you feel broken. Okay, but as we said above, sharing personal problems with the wrong people can bring unnecessary chaos into your life. So don't disclose too much online. It won't do any good, and it will certainly not help you to protect your inner peace. This will gonna be the last one. Be mindful of what you spend your energy on. All right, this will be the last way that I can share. We already talked about being socially selective. Yes, it's always best to be mindful of who you surround yourself with, but it goes beyond that. It's also like what and who we choose to spend our energy on. Let me explain what I mean. You might deal with dozens of difficult people daily at work, but you don't let their behavior affect your emotional and destroy your inner peace. You know they are just clients or coworkers, so you don't take things they say or do personally. On the other hand, there might be just one person in your life who actually takes all of your peace away, but this can be your father who happens to be high conflict personality. So you have one wearing argument after another, or this can be a friend who always dumps their problems on you, and you have to clean up their mess. Alternatively, you can also spend great deal of your time dwelling on self-pity or worrying about the future. There are so many ways we can waste our time and destroy our inner peace with our own hands. But at the end of the day, what really matter is the things and people we choose to spend our energy on. And just to sum up, to maintain and protect your inner peace, you don't need to be a Shaolin monk or like a meditation guru, something like that. All it takes is to stay connected with yourself, be mindful of your habits and pastimes, and take a distance when other people are trying to bring unnecessary tensions in your life. Again, my name is Toby, and thank you for listening to LalakingMahiwaga Talks. That is for today's episode. Sayonara, Mina.